What is happening, everybody, on YouTube? Steve here with Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com. Coming back to you with another sales update video. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 15 items that I've sold in the month of April on Amazon FBA. So I'm going to dive into 15 items that I sold. I'm going to talk about the item, what I sold it for, and give you some tips and tricks if I think of anything off the top. So with that being said, if you're ready to rock and roll and learn something, let's dive into this video. First item that I sold was a book, The Creative Curriculum for Preschool, and I love selling books. If you guys have been following me for a while, or at least the last couple of weeks, you know I've been diving headfirst into making book selling videos and sharing a lot of content and interviewing people. It's really an awesome way to make money, and books are great. We've got a little textbook right here that sold for, I think this sold for $30 or 29 bucks in change, and I pick books up all the time at thrift stores. That's probably my number one source. Book sales I'm starting to go to as well, and even garage sales. So books are all over the place. Keep your eye out for those. Next up is an awesome Canon. I love the PowerShot line. This is the Canon PowerShot SX260, and I popped on this at a pawn shop. I believe it was in New Britain, Connecticut, and I'm pretty sure I paid I think I paid $65 cash out the door for this, and this sold for $167. It took less than a month for this to sell, and it came with the battery, it came with the charger, and it came with the actual unit. Really awesome camera. If you guys are looking for a camera to use for your eBay business or taking pictures, or even to shoot video vlogs for your YouTube channel, the Canon PowerShot series is awesome, and this is a great camera right here. The next item that I sold is a Margaritaville blender, and I ended up popping on this in Austin, Texas when I was out rolling with the Bonafide Hustler, and I ended up buying this for $10 at a local garage sale. And I sat on it for about a month and a half because it was so big and bulky, and I was kind of being lazy, and I didn't ship it out. But I did ship it out about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it sold for $130. So I think after fees and everything, I'm going to net maybe around like 80 bucks profit, maybe a little more than that. So that's an awesome item right there. Again, if you're going to mess with electronics or any items like this, be sure to test it out. I took the time to make sure it was working and everything. So yeah, really cool item right there. Don't be scared to ship in the big items, guys. Some of these things can make you some really good money, and this sold quick. Next on deck is a pair of kids Under Armour baseball cleats. Bought these things brand spanking new for, I believe, $12 over at Marshall's. And this sold really quick as well, probably within 2 weeks, and it sold for $42 in change. I think I netted somewhere around $20 profit, and I've been really experimenting a lot lately with buying and selling shoes and clothing, brand new from stores like Marshall's, and flipping them retail arbitrage style, and been having a lot of success. It's definitely something that I want to dive deeper into, but this was a really cool flip right here, Under Armour kids baseball cleats. Next on deck is a automatic pot stirrer. So for all you ladies and gents out there who are, killing it in the kitchen, this may be something that could benefit your life. I don't know, but it benefited somebody on Amazon. Sold this for $30 and change, and I don't remember exactly what I paid for this. If I had to guess, it was probably sub $5 from a thrift store. I find kitchen items all the time brand new in the package still at thrift stores, so definitely be on your lookout for kitchen goods types of items. Sold that fairly quick. I think it was less than 2 months. Moving on, we've got another cool item that I sold. Popped on this Ralph Lauren polo, 2 extra large black polo shirt with a red pony. Paid $32 in change at a local Marshall's. Sold this in less than 2 or 3 weeks for $79.99 on Amazon. So I believe I netted somewhere between $20 and $30 profit, probably on the lower end. And again, it didn't take too long to sell. It was really easy to prep it up. I just pretty much took the shirt, ripped off one of the tags, not the actual manufacturer tag, but the Marshall's tag, ripped that off, folded it up, threw it in a poly bag, and sent it off to the warehouses. And I've been selling some clothes pretty well, so really excited to dive more into that. But that was a really cool sale right there. Next up, I sold a bunch of these. I probably sold maybe 6 or 7 of them over the last couple of days. These are the Star Wars Darth Vader 12-inch action action figures, and I specifically remember popping on these at Walgreens, and I believe I bought a lot of them actually when I was on my road trip in North and South Carolina at a bunch of Walgreens, and I was buying these things for $10 each, and they've all been selling for between $25 and $30. So guys, there's a lot of opportunities out there outside of the traditional sourcing methods that most of us think of, like garage sales and thrift stores. There's also places like retail stores, Walgreens, CVS, Toys R Us, Big Lots, the list goes on, where you could find brand new in the box toys and flip them for a profit, even outside of Q4, right? I mean, we're in Q2 right now, and it's almost the middle of the year coming up soon, and I'm selling these toys. So, not making a ton of money on them, but if I paid 10, I sold it for 25, I'm probably making like $7 or $8 profit. So can't complain with that. It's like a 70% return on investment. So that was a really cool flip right there. Next on deck is a Memorex external DVD disc driver recorder, and I specifically remember popping on this item at a Barnes & Noble with Jameson when we were together. I think this was in Miami, Florida, and we popped on, I think, one each. I think that's all they had, and we got that out of the clearance section. I want to say I paid $25 for it. Jameson, if you're watching this video, correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say I paid $25 for this, and it took a while to sell, I think 3 or 4 months, but it sold for $100 and change right there. So I want to say I made somewhere between, I don't know, $40 or $50 profit on that, doubled up my money, so that was pretty cool. Again, guys, another place to source items to resell on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles. That's a great store to be on the lookout for in terms of profitable items to flip. Next up is another pair of shoes. Guys, I am on fire right now. I'm getting pumped up. This is such a great opportunity to make money and raise your average price per sale. Sold these for $64, and I paid $20 at a Marshall's. I want to say 20, maybe 25, maybe 15. I don't even remember, but it was somewhere in that ballpark. 15 to 25 bucks. It's hard, guys. All these numbers blend in when I'm buying so much. But sold these for $64, I believe, and change. These are a pair of Ralph Lauren Polo. Fashion Sneakers is the title. Really cool color right there. Little purple, green action. So, yeah, that was really nice right there. 64 bucks. Made some good money. And, again, guys, I'm diving into shoes. Are you? Here we have a Cranium Primo Edition board game. The feedback on this is only a 2 out of 5 stars, so it's not super spectacular, but sold this a couple weeks back. Haven't gotten a return on it, so I'm hoping that the people play it and enjoy it and don't open it up because it was brand new and then return it back, which does happen at times. And you know what? Sold by Spain07. I think I know who that is, but sold that for $32. Next up, we have a 2015 Hallmark Peanuts 50th anniversary ornament, and I remember popping on these again when I was with Jameson, and I believe we were in Miami, and we were picking up a whole bunch of clearance Christmas stuff after the Christmas season. And I mean, we popped on a bunch of stuff, guys. And look at it. It's April right now. It's April 21st, I believe, or 20th, and selling Christmas ornaments. So that's really cool. I actually sold mine for $16 and change. It looks like the price is down to $12.99 now, but sold that for $16 and change. And I believe we popped on these ornaments for like $1.50 each. I can't imagine us spending much more. So really good profit margins there. Next up to bat is a sick sale that I had, guys. I mean, when I scanned this thing in, I didn't think that it was really going to go for that price that it was showing, but it actually did. Sold the Teletubbies VHS, and this was used. I want to say it was used. It might have been new, but I really want to say it was used. I'd have to double check my sales page, but I want to say it was used. It sold for $35. So be on the lookout for the Teletubbies VHSs. I don't know if it's a specific model, but I found a few of these and they were all scanning in at some really good prices. So definitely do some more research on that. I think there's an opportunity in these VHSs to make some really good money for one reason or another. Here we've got an awesome CD that I sold. I always get questions behind the scenes saying, Steve, are you still selling CDs from that big haul that you came across in New York? And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I was driving home for my first 30-day thrift trip. This was like 4 or 5 months back. And I was on my way home, and something told me to just get off the highway and go get some gas or just veer off the highway. I don't know what it was. Maybe I'm going crazy, but I veered off the highway, and I saw a sign that said estate sale, and I actually drove right by it. I'm like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm just going to go get some gas, get a bite to eat. I don't feel like stopping, and I drove by it. And again, something told me, just go. And I'm not like a big estate sale fan, But I went and ended up popping on 1,000 CDs, and those CDs are still selling to this day. This CD sold for $30. Be on the lookout for the Sounds of the 70s CDs. These things are big money. Do some research after this video. You'll be surprised how much these CDs go for. Next item that I flipped was a brand new in a box Lego City Starter toy building set. Just some Legos. You guys probably already know Legos go for really good money. I popped on quite a few Legos brand new in a box. Q4 and after Q4 with all the sales going on at the Toys R Us and the Barnes & Noble and stuff, but sold that for 60 something bucks. I don't remember what I paid for it. And the last item, number 15, that I sold is a Canon Vixia HFR 400. And I popped on this at my local pawn shop over here in Vernon, Connecticut, and I paid $75 for this. I bundled it up with some video games. I popped on some CDs. I'm not sure what else I purchased. I think maybe like an Xbox Kinect sensor, but ended up getting this for $75 and sold it for $179 and change. Now, granted, you know, some of these things are going to get returned. It happens. Return rates for cameras and electronics in general are going to be higher, but this thing's stuck. It hasn't been returned, and I sold a lot of cameras, guys, trust me. And, you know, return rates could get up to maybe 10%. When you're dealing with these types of items, but again, 90% of them usually stick, and if you inspect them well, write a good description, and make sure you under promise and over deliver in terms of condition, you'll typically be okay. But sold that for $179 and change, paid $75, so made probably about 70 or 80 bucks profit on that. So that was an awesome flip. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this sales update video for my Amazon FBA business. If you guys have any questions pertaining to selling on Amazon FBA, drop a comment below. If you're looking to just get started and you don't know what direction to go, check out my channel. I have a lot of videos that can help you to get started and kind of give you ideas for what to buy, what to sell, making sure you follow the correct rules, not to get suspended and kicked off. I got a lot of videos about Amazon that could help you out. So check out my channel. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye. Alright, so I just finished putting all the effing SKUs on the back of each book. One of the big lessons that I learned was to make sure to keep all your items in order if you're going to be using like a laser printer. Now, if you're using, you know, a different type of printer, one of those